Hello, I'm back. I'm the same Solstice Media that used to do lives on Twitch. Now I'm on YouTube. I do have some explanation. My life was kind of crazy from July until here, and I'm afraid I will not be able to create any more live content. However, I will try to post some videos on this YouTube channel. You know, I'll also record the live probably Saturday or Sunday to you know tell people about my channel on YouTube. So let's begin. I will do the same content as there. So let's go. 15 minutes and 10 seconds increments. Again, explaining everything I'm thinking about. Okay, so let's see. Recently, I've been I've been playing some new openings, but for now I will just play the let's see. I'll play the Nisovich classical variation. If my opponent allows me to. Okay, so we transpose to an Indian, apparently, but with some traces from the Ninso. Okay, so here, it's nice. This bishop, I mean, it's not doing something really. So, oops, just develop basic stuff. This is that. All right. So same thing. Trying to develop my bishop, probably trading or just going here in castle. Let's see what my opponent does. I'm kind of thinking about this and this, but I don't know if that really works because this, he can probably do something like this, and if I go this anyways, he just comes back. Um, do I trade? Bishop d3, bishop d3, bishop d3. Do I take with the pawn or the queen? I think my queen is kind of active. Will be kind of active in this square. So I think trading. Okay, he does not want to trade. This knight here is kind of annoying. I take with the queen because like if I play here, can take, then I double my pawns. But then I get a some active rook, and then castle, and I can double. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works. Active rooks are usually good. You know, like they control everything on this file. So they are. You see here. Okay, it doesn't want that. Castle, anyways. I think he's going to play bishop h3. No, no, I have no fear. I'm not afraid of that. Absolutely. Like I said, I do not fear uh, queen attacks like this with this bishop and queen. What is he gonna play? Like that's very easy to defend against this. Like if you, especially if you have a queen or something else to defend, you know. Or if my rook wasn't here, I could just push, you know. But I kind of don't like pushing because he could, you know, do something, some weird stuff like taking to open the king, you know. That lines I think I need to explore more, but I don't really think I need to be afraid of that. I have a I'm having a very sick code. What is this guy doing? At least by now his bishop is literally hanging. You know. That's crazy. How his bishop is literally hanging. Okay, now he takes my knight. I wasn't kinda expecting that, but do I need to take like? I was thinking about this. Then when he takes here, I take here because I will get like two pieces for the rook. That honestly seems good to me. Not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna remove that. Sure, bro. Okay, okay. So now I do have a better development, you know, and he's kind of, you know, struggling to get his. Oh, whoops. He's kind of struggling to get his pieces out, but yeah, I'm very sick. Let's see. Uh, every time you see the opponent's pieces, draw a line. You know, draw a line here where what they are seeing exactly. You know, draw a line. That's very instructive to see where the opponents can go. You know, even though it looks very messy, it helps a lot when you are not really like the pawn's not really useful because they can just do this, capture like this, and well move forward. I don't think I ever said that to draw lines, but that's very helpful. Now I'm gonna play this just to rip apart the center while his king is still in the center. Okay, it doesn't want to take. So think about this, but it will just retreat. I don't know if that does something. So he's gonna attack his queen. Yeah, I could have done that earlier, but I still wanted him to take the pawn. Okay, queen here. Uh, I still wanna rip apart the center, his position. I was thinking about taking here, but uh, e5, e5. I don't really see something, honestly. I do see rook e1. No, it doesn't work. Wait, it does work. Or it doesn't. Like it only works if my opponent doesn't see that I'm planning this. So I don't know. Do I play a move that only works if my opponent does not see? That's a very important question. Do you play a move that only works if your opponent is a noob, is a newbie, is a new player? Like he's 11. You know, I know this work could not work, this move could not work, but I'm going to play that anyways. Because just so you see that sometimes you can have some kind of counter idea to that idea that you are playing. Okay, he pushes forward. That is a good move. Force me to retreat. I'm just going to reposition my bishop here or here probably. Trying to get my bishop active once again. Now I prevent my moves, sort of. I could play this anyways, just trade pieces. I don't mind. So now I don't really see what he can do. Uh, I don't know. Very tough position, honestly. I don't even know what to explain here. Like because pieces are pretty self-explanatory. Like just preventing the mobility of my bishop. Let's think about one of these two moves. I don't know. Here. No. If he takes here, that's the bad news for him. Like, would have a some headaches. Okay, so he targets my pawn. And I don't see anything else. And that doesn't really work, obviously. Okay, very, I don't know, sharp position. Like, my bishop is just pretty much trash, you know. I can't move anywhere. Uh, I think I can do something like g5. But does he? Yeah, yeah. I think he can play that. I don't know what I should do to uh avoid any bad ideas. Even here, okay. He does not want to play this. I'm just going to bring my rook and also defend the pawn against this idea, which I did not like that much. Okay, plays this b5. I don't really see the ideas of b5. There might be some. Yeah, I can see. Like us takes, or pushes, retreats. I play here. No. You know what? I have no idea what he's doing. Or do I? I think I could play this or start some sort of attack. But I have no idea what he's doing, honestly. No clue at all. Just play some general improving move, like Doing this when when you have castled is usually a good move when you do not have idea what your opponent's doing. Usually, not every time. I need to make it clear because sometimes you just do not see what he's doing, but he's doing something. Okay, now a5. a5, he probably plans to push here or put the bishop, force a trade, and try to win this pawn in the long run. However, I did see that. I did say that, but um uh, I did see that, but I could start an attack of myself. If it tries to force any trade, I could just retreat because the rook's not here, you know? Just going to start an attack. Okay, pushes here. That's very weird. I'm going to kick out his bishop. And then I'm going to push g5. Or do I play b4 first? What do I do? B4 to close everything? Should I do that? Uh, Bishop e7. Bishop e7. I was kind of expecting bishop to retreat here, not here, but that also works, I guess. To play this, do I close the position? Do I force his knight to retreat? Do I close the position? Honestly, I have no idea what I should do. I'm just going to attack. That's very tough. Now he retreats. I could push, probably. The push is just going to push. Here, I blunder my queen. Let's see. How to blunder queen in one move. Not very instructive, but let's see. Now setting a discover attack while I do this. When I do this. Now I do not hang my queen in one move. However, still kind of concerned what can happen here. Like, I think I should have closed the position first. No, I don't know. We will see. I don't want to. I think the only way to defend is taking. Or this. I don't know if that really defends, I mean. But I'm going to bring him up more pieces to the attack. Because it is the same if he takes. I just play here, then he does the bishop. Or the queen if he forgot about the queen. Okay, now he takes here. Should I take? Should I take? I took with the pawn, not with the rook, because that does nothing. That does absolutely nothing. Uh, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, I took with the pawn, not the rook, because I did not want to have an isolated a pawn, and I want to make a some sort of connection here. While these three are on a attack. I don't know what he's planning, to be honest. Because you do not have this. Because I could simply take, and you do not have this for obvious reasons. So I have no idea. And this sacrifice, like what? And I still have this mate threat, so I don't know why would he do anything on this side when I have mating one. Okay, so he defends against it. So honestly, I think about sacking my bishop here to open up the king. Sack and then infiltrate. Pretty vicious stuff. I think he does need to defend that, but I have no idea how he would. And because of that, I have no idea how to defend against it. I mean, just not take, I guess. And go for your one attack somehow. I have no clue. But that's it. That's for me. I think I'm winning, I guess. Because I do have some tricky lines, and he needs to know how to defend against them. So let's see. I could even potentially bring my rook somehow, but after I neutralize this threat. Okay, his when your opponent does something like this, like he just moved here to attack, now he's moving here back to defend. Like it should beep, it should like ring an alarm inside your head that it's time to kill him. You know, not like that aggressively, but just something. Like here. That's an attack. Your opponent probably will not know how to defend. Okay, he's trying to do the same thing. But I do believe. I still have mate in one actually. I think I'm going to play something like this and then this. Wait, what I was saying? Oh yeah, this, this, this. Whoops, this, this. Where's the mate? Where's the mate? Where's the mate? That I could take, I believe. Or even take here, yeah. Like he's losing. Oh no, I don't have that. I thought I had something like this, but my queen was here and the king was here, and there's no way for me to reach this like a knight. Otherwise, that would be mate. Okay, so that's kind of crazy. Very tough position. He needs the second rook to survive. Otherwise, it's mate in one. Yeah, it's like I said. But I'm not mandatory to play this. Mandatory. I mean, what was I saying? Survival sacrifices are the most painful ones. Like you know you're losing, and you can do simply nothing about it. They're the most painful ones to suffer. He needs to take, by the way. Because then I would simply, just take the knight. That's very, very simple. Hello. 33 minutes already. Hello. Hello. Okay, so very simple. Just simple moves take. I could even play this. Let me calculate this. Yeah, no, I did not have that. Nice try to open up something, but doesn't he understand that this is a mistake? Try to open try to open the center. When your center is like this, like that's crazy. I know he's just trying to do some desperate, desperate, desperate defensive measures, but that does absolutely nothing. Could run backwards also. I think that's nice. So here, here I could play this, force a trade, or even better, like here I could have this. It's forced to go here. Then like here, force the trade. here. Okay, so because of that, I'll go here and attack him from this direction. So I need to move here. If it takes, I think I could have the same idea. Also, that's also I just realized that. So before, just realized I have a fork. I was thinking about first forcing a trade, but I think a fork is even better. He doesn't need to defend here. I have no idea. What would be the best move here for black and how to counter it? Probably some move the dark squares, moving the rook back somewhere. Okay, moves the rook deeper into my position. I'm going to stick with this idea anyways, because it's a check. Pretty much just because of that. Now I'm threatening serious stuff. I don't know why would but rook on d2? Like it's easy to just retreat. Like and try to save your rook. Okay, I place that. No, it doesn't work. I just realized that I can force a trade. Just realized that because the rook is pretty much stuck here. That's why when you see it's like this, like try to see what your opponent can do before before you move. You know, like here my opponents could just retreat and be happy, sort of, for a couple of more moves. Now he plays that. That's a funny move. That's a very funny move, because here the best move was obviously to take, but playing this does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. Does absolutely nothing, because now I do have a pin. I do have a pin if I take. That's why you need to be cautious when not trying to do some sort of counter attack, but he just blunders the rook in one move. I did not understand what he was trying to do. I absolutely did not understand. Like my rook was still there. Four mistakes? Wow. Let's see this. I don't know if the okay, the software is capturing. I guess. Let me do one move. Okay, it is capturing my screen. Now let's see. B3 is a book move. Knight f6 is the last book move. D4. Yeah, he wanted Manisovic. Okay, D5, bishop B2, bishop F5, knight F3, E6, E3, bishop D6, bishop D3, knight E4, knight FD2. Apparently wanted me to castle. Queen G5. Wow, apparently this is losing because of this. Okay, very weird. Yeah, like this is a miss. Okay, that's what I thought was weird. Like, he just did not see that and took my knight. Like, I think it was his thinking process was, oh my god, he did not see that his knight could take my knight and blunder the rook. And so then he take the knight. Like that was hilarious. But I did not blunder the rook. I did not blunder the rook. That was the best move, actually. Knight xb1. Now it's a draw. I probably wanted me to attack the queen first and then take there. Okay, weird. Rook f1. Yeah, that's when I said if he takes, I could have a pin. Then I could have some counter-attacking idea. That's when I told you to look closely to see why this is a mistake. E4, bishop e2, best move. Knight f6, rook e d1. Apparently wanted bishop c3 straight away. Queen d7, bishop c3. Yeah, sure castle. Rook f1, b5. Apparently he wanted me to start an attack straight away. I see. b5, king h1. King h1 was a mistake. He wanted me to kick out the bishop first. Okay. c5 apparently now is an inaccuracy. I see. Bishop e7. Apparently he should have taken b3 first. g5. 98. Bishop d4. Apparently it's a mistake. Why exactly? I was just trying to go here. But apparently this is the wrong idea. Yeah, because he could take. Okay, I'm not an engine to evaluate that this is not a winning position. f6. It's a miss. Bishop e1 is a miss. ab3. ab3. Rook a2. Bishop g3. Queen a7. g6. h6. Bishop f4. Queen d7. Apparently this is a blunder. Apparently this is also a blunder. Okay. Apparently, this sacrifice idea doesn't work, but it needs to be an absolute machine to evaluate that. Bishop f4, rook f7, gx f7, king x f7, tx c5, d4, bishop d1. Apparently, he wanted me to take on e4, d4. I mean, d3, b4, rook d2, bishop b3, king e7, queen d3, king d8, rook f2, rook e2, rook d1, rook b2. Hangs the rook in one move, rook b2, and then he resigns. Alright, so I thought it played well. Like, we played a very poor game. That's crazy. But we played a very balanced in some way. Then he blunders so badly right here. I thought he was winning. Okay, so apparently he's not winning. Crazy how that is. Okay, but I'm not an engine to evaluate correctly all moves. Bishop a3. Honestly, I'm not afraid at all of this move. What? What? Let me see this closely. Bishop a3. He wanted g3, giving up a full rook. But why f5? f5, knight f3, queen e7, knight e5, bishop f1, bishop f1, castle. What? Okay, that's absolutely crazy. I do not understand that at all. Apparently, this is worse. Okay. Okay. Sure. But he misses the idea. Thinking here, apparently, if you should, if you take here, he was winning. Okay. I don't know what the heck is talking about, but sure. Okay, 49 minutes. I think for a game, for one game, and one game review, 50 minutes, it's kind of crazy, you know. If it was a live stream, that would be alright, but it is not live stream. It is a video, so I think this is a good game. Besides these two blunders from me and my opponent. But the most important part is that I just won the game. So I don't really mind. what he did, but I do mind in teaching you how to get better at chess. And now I'm back. Great news, and get well, everyone. I did a few mistakes here, but besides that, crazy. But besides that, uh, yeah, like I think, yeah, I'm just going to finish this. I'm kind of tired, so see you tomorrow, I guess.